smoke the energy because we've done Scorpio and Cancer, and I just want to stay focused on you. So please don't mind me while I smoke the energy in this room so that we're here for Pisces. Just gotta get this thing to burn. Oh no, I think we're running out of gas in this lighter. Have to get a new one. Okay, where are we at? Not much. Not much smoke coming out. There we go, that's better. That is a lot better. Okay. Spirit, please help me cleanse all negative energy, entities, and spirits from my body, from my cards, and from my home, so that I may offer clear, honest messages to Pisces. Welcome, Pisces. So lovely to have you here. I am going to just get into it. So, if you are new here, I've got to explain something to you. If you're returning, this is going to be a little bit annoying. I've got to do the spiel. I have to. We got a lot of new people that watch our videos. So, before we get into it, let me just explain that this is going to be a general November predictions reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Risings, or people who have strong Pisces placements in their astrological natal charts. If you are not a Pisces and you are here cross-watching, you're more than welcome to stay. I just need you to know that I'm a very honest reader, so you may hear or see something you do not like. Consider this your warning. The way I do these general predictions readings is I start by pulling 3 cards from this tarot deck. It's usually an oracle deck, but I love this tarot deck. And those 3 cards are going to tell us the 3 main themes that your sign can expect to experience in the month ahead. I'll then be clarifying with tarot to get specific predictions under that theme, and then we're going to get advice for those themes as well. So my goal is to give you as much information about the month ahead as possible to help you feel more informed, but also more confident about what you can do to get to the best possible outcomes in your future. So let's get ahead with it, shall we? Without further explanation, welcome Noella and Em. So lovely to have you back. What are the chances? You come in at the right time. Love it. All right, Spirit. What is in store for Pisces in the month of November? For people who are watching live, feel free to post comments in the chat or ask questions if you want to, if you need to. I'm going to do my best to read the chat between each of the themes, and we can answer those questions if you need clarification. So, Spirit, tune me into Pisces energy for November. What can Pisces expect in the month ahead? What can Pisces expect in the month ahead? We have the 9 of Swords upright. It's a beautiful card in this deck, I can't lie. A lot of symbolism there, actually. I wish you could pause it. You can pause it after, I think. A lot of symbolism. I'm hearing someone say, are you okay? I feel like someone's going to be checking up on you in the month ahead, asking if you're okay and seeing if you need help. This is also a reminder to not isolate yourself, sweet soul, and to ask for help if you need it. Even if it's just one person, reaching out to one person. Some of you may even be trying to help somebody else and trying to kind of help them through a challenging situation. What is going on for Pisces in November? That's the annoying thing about these general readings. I feel like so much information comes through. A lot of different predictions. We have the 6 of Swords reversed and the Hermit card reversed. It's also probably the best thing about doing them though. It's a lot more broad and you can kind of cover so many bases for such a large cohort. So what else can you tell us? Last theme about Pisces month ahead. Oh, we have the 3 of Coins. I definitely see you working with other people. I see like you either spending a lot of time with a group, a small group of people, even if that's your workmates, like just feeling a sense of camaraderie within that group. Or I could even see you almost feeling like with that 3 of Coins there, the situation may need help from others. I definitely see you getting ahead, like achieving something quicker with the help of other people. At the back of the deck, we have the Devil card reversed. Interesting. Honestly, I think this is going to be a month of solutions for you. I can see you finding solutions to problems. I can see you helping other people. I can see people helping you. There may be lots of exchanges, even if it's just with a small group of people. But for some of you, where you interact with a lot of people, you can find yourself really communicating and exchanging energy with a lot of different people for short periods of time. I feel like you're playing a big role in other people's lives. Like, I can't help but feel like, even if you're not aware of it, like, for example, say you work in retail or customer service, the amount of little energetic exchanges you have is actually meaningful to certain people. They're grateful when you say hello, how are you, even though for you it's just like a, you know, I have to, it's my job. I feel like people can sense that you're actually somewhat meaning it, or it's a big deal for them. I'm getting this key message that little exchanges matter for you in the month ahead. With the Devil card reversed, it does feel like you're either trying to help yourself or you're trying to help other people get out of binding situations or tricky situations where they felt stuck and somewhat enslaved to. Especially with the Devil card, it's a feeling of oppression sometimes, being almost bound to the repercussions and consequences of your actions and having to kind of sit in it. Yeah. Heavy energy. Let's have a look at this Nine of Swords though for your first theme. A lot of strong feelings of trying to help energies here. What is going on with the Nine of Swords for Pisces? No way. How do we get the Nine of Swords clarifying the Nine of Swords? Wow, so that main card is clearly the main message. One or two more cards, please, Spirit. We have the Four of Wands reversed. And we have the Five of Cups reversed. At the back of the deck is the Four of Swords. I feel like this theme for you is all about paying attention to the conscious thoughts you're having. I definitely feel like you may be spending a lot of late nights worrying about someone, or spending a lot of late nights trying to kind of figure something out. If you are a bit of an insomniac or you struggle with sleeping, I think you've got to be extra careful in November and just do what techniques work for you to make sure that you get a good night's sleep. Because I feel like this is all stemming from needing to get something off your chest and talk about something. With the Four of Swords reversed, you're trying to figure out a way to do it though. It's almost like you're slowly gaining the answers and the action to kind of fix this, if that makes sense, because it does feel like it's a situation that you either feel responsible for or you feel like you have to fix it. And I want to say with the Four of Wands reversed, maybe this situation has you worried about the stability and somebody's stability or their sense of security. I feel like this is you interjecting in somebody else's life and worrying about them. But listen, if you've been going through it, you're trying to figure out a way to kind of reach out and talk to someone about it, but you're just not 100% confident that the energy is going to be receptive. Maybe you have somebody in mind, but you don't know how they're going to react. You don't know what they're going to say. The other thing that I'm seeing is you're very worried about your stability in November. Some of you may be moving house, or a lease could be expiring with the Four of Wands reversed. It could also be a strong sense of like, where is this leading to? Where is my energy taking me? What is going on with this situation? I don't like change type of feelings, especially if you're someone who doesn't do well with change. I feel like you're worried that something is going to be changing in November and you're worried about how it's going to work out. With the the Five of Cups reversed, I do think that you're making the situation a little bit bigger in your head than it is in real life. I eventually see you finding your Two of Cups moment where you're able to look at the glass half full again instead of half empty. But it feels like it isn't easy. It feels like you almost need somebody else's support to do that, or you need to be a part of somebody else's story in order to do that. It almost feels like you and somebody else are helping each other through a difficult time here, to be honest with you. Is there anything else you can tell us for Pisces about this Nine of Swords? Is there anything else you can tell us? Is there anything else you can tell us? That makes a lot of sense, Em. Paperwork. Well, yeah, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed as well. That makes a lot of sense. I just feel like there are solutions, but it's maybe about asking the right people or getting the right information from the right place with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, because it's the kind of thing that gets worse when we procrastinate on it, you know, either because there is a deadline with the Four of Wands reversed and that deadline is looming in November, or because it's something that is way out of our comfort zone and we don't do well with it. So the Knight of Pentacles is here to say, listen, this process can be achieved with the right help, with the right expertise, or with the right plan in place. That Knight of Pentacles is also encouraging you to take it in little steps. Just focus on one step at a time and set up little steps towards the bigger goals. Don't just try to tackle the whole project head on. Focus on little steps and little things, because I am seeing procrastination here leading to worry, and it's becoming a huge molehill of an issue now. So, or a mountain, should I say, of an issue instead of a molehill. Is there anything else you can tell Pisces about this? We have the Knight of Cups reversed. Interesting. I do think that, yeah, it's almost like a Knight of Cups reversed is a feeling of don't be shy, just do it type of feeling. Like, try not to, what's the word? Like, try not to feel guilty or shy or bashful. Like, we need to do this type of energy. Like, you almost need to come out of your shell a little bit, and in order to get this moving forward, the only thing I can see stopping progress in this theme is either fear or shyness. You know, either you're afraid to ask for help or you feel too shy to ask for help from the right person. Is there any other information here about this Nine of Swords? Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. I honestly think that you're going to feel so much better once you just take action and choose to step towards a solution. And I want to say that your solution has a lot to do with communication. It has a lot to do with taking fast, swift action, and it has a lot to do with back and forward communication as well, and kind of pivoting information off each other. I definitely get a supportive energy in this theme, and I think that once you connect with the right person, it's going to help move the situation a lot quicker. It's going to help kind of create momentum, and it's going to help you feel more at peace with where the situation is going. But slow progress here. Don't try to tackle this all in one bite, just little steps at a time in the beginning. With the Three of Pentacles at the back of the deck, you definitely don't want to get the wrong person in here. Not to say that they would make it worse, but it's more about connecting with the right person for the right reasons. Because I feel like this Nine of Swords is you worrying about something that could be elevated, like that stress and that concern can be elevated very quickly once you connect with the right person. I do believe that this is mostly connected to an issue that could have started off tiny, like a deadline or some sort of what's the word, like project that needed to be completed, and then over time it could even be a bill that had to be paid, and then over time, by procrastinating, it's become a lot bigger, and now it's impacting our mental health, and now it's impacting our anxiousness and making us feel like this is way bigger than what we can manage, and then it's impacting our mood. So it feels like it's a lot bigger than what it is, because we may have left it for long, or we're dealing with it in a way where we don't really know what the first steps are. So tiny steps, and consider small chunks. I'm even seeing a repayment plan if it is a money situation. So Spirit, what is the advice here for Pisces? What is the closing advice? Oh, wow. Em, that's so soon. I see what you mean. Oh, sweets. We have productivity is your advice. That's the small steps, though. Productivity isn't about tackling the whole thing at once. Just pace yourself with that card coming out reversed. We shouldn't be leaving it to the last minute or leaving it to the point where we have to do the most with the littlest amount of time. I also wonder, though, with that card reversed, if you may even need to ask for an extension or like an alternate solution, like a payment plan or like an extension on the deadline. I wonder if productivity reversed is just encouraging you to kind of think of other ways to kind of make up for whatever time had to be allocated to different areas of your life. Because the Cancer energy is saying that you might have enough reason to, there's like a good enough reason to look at other solutions if you need them. I also wonder with that 8 card, if Spirit is saying that this has all been delayed for a reason, because maybe you would have been taking on way too much at once if you had done it sooner. Is there any other advice here with this theme? I feel like they're just going to say something about asking for support in the right places and asking the right questions to get the right support. Is there any other advice here for Pisces? Okay, we have cleansing. That's interesting, actually. Gemini does make me think of acquaintances and friends, or like kind of your third sort of house of community. But I also wonder if this lemon card is more referencing your information and making sure that you do gather the right information. I definitely feel like the 25 here is saying that if you do end up finding challenges, I feel like the best thing you can do is ask questions and ask, like, is there any way around this? Is there any way to, like, what are my options type of thing? Don't just go with the first thing that you're told, or don't just assume that because the paper says this, that's what it is. It definitely feels like you should be asking more questions here if you need to. I also argue with this lemon and cleansing energy, if in the month ahead, your advice is to just be more aware of your emotional capacity and to make sure that if you need more time, you're conveying that, because there's nothing wrong with being a human being. We're all human beings. So if you do need, it kind of makes me feel like this has been delayed for a reason, to give you breathing space and to help you focus on other things that you've needed to focus on. So that's really what I'm seeing with that theme. I think I'm going to move forward and we'll have a look at what's going on here in your second energy. Let's have a look. We have the Hermit card reversed with the 6 of Swords reversed. That's interesting. Someone you haven't heard from in a while could be trying to come back into communication. I'll see what tarot says, but it's this feeling of their energy coming back. So either the idea of them returns or their physical vessel will as well. With the Hermit reversed, it is more of like an internal thing. So it could be that you're just spending more time thinking of someone from your past in the month ahead. But I want to see what tarot says. Is this person actually appearing? What is this energy? What is going on with the 6 of Swords and the Hermit card reversed? We have the Strength card upright. We also have the 8 of Swords upright. And we have Judgment reversed. Yeah, there is a feeling of your past coming back here. Is it a person though, Spirit? The 8 of Cups reversed. It's an emotional situation. It's not necessarily a specific person, because I guess I have to be general for everyone who may watch this. It is an emotional situation. You're finding yourself going back to it. Your feelings are going back to it. And you're also finding yourself questioning whether things need to change and how to kind of move forward from here. I feel like this is a haunting vibe. Like this person feels like they're haunting you. The Ace of Cups reversed. You're not satisfied though. You're not getting enough out of the situation. It's an emotional feeling of like going back to something that wasn't satisfying to begin with. And I feel like in the month ahead, it's going to be frustrating because you're trying to focus on yourself, but you're having a hard time keeping your head down and not thinking about the what ifs. I definitely feel like your hands are tied though. There's only so much you can do in this situation, and you somewhat feel like a victim to your thoughts about this, to your feelings about this. With the Strength card here, you're trying to be strong, you're trying to be patient, you're trying to be compassionate. You're also just trying not to kind of focus so much on them. You're trying to focus on you, but it is very distracting, I feel. What else can you tell us about this theme, Spirit? Why is this a major theme for Pisces in the month ahead? We have the Hierophant reversed. Why is this a major theme? We have the Seven of Cups. I am so sweaty. It is so hot here. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. What is the actual temperature, I wonder? I wonder if it will tell me. It is so hot. Oh my gosh. My cards are just suffering. My poor cards. We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Cups upright. Okay. At the back of the deck, we have the Two of Swords reversed. So I feel like the reason why this is a major theme is because it's confusing as, for lack of a better word, fudge. I definitely have a better word. I just can't say it on YouTube all the time. But yeah, it just feels so frustrating. It's confusing. Like, what do I do then with all my emotions? What am I supposed to do? Like, how do I get out of this? Why am I still trapped in it? Like, the situation is just so confusing. It's not what I expected, but I don't feel like I have a solid solution, a tangible solution on how to move forward either. A lot of you are feeling so confused. You're like, who do I even ask for advice for on this? Like, where's the guidebook? You know, who's the expert on this? Like, what kind of, how do I even ask for advice on this situation? You're emotionally confused, you're mentally exhausted, and you're feeling like you're trapped in this situation. You don't know what the future holds for you, and you're doing your best, but it feels like you either are struggling to find a sense of direction out of this, or you're just genuinely trying to seek answers in your past and trying to figure out once and for all, like, how do I get through this? So I see a lot of like haunting feelings from your past kind of coming back. And with the Queen of Cups, it's revealing a strong emotional attachment to something from your past. It's revealing a strong sense of connection to something from your past. And it is going to be a major theme for you in the month ahead, because as much as you try to focus on other things, this either seems to be a place of escape, or it seems to be something that you are running from. Either you're kind of glorifying these thoughts, which I don't think so. I feel like they just kind of come back and they feel like they are haunting you, for lack of a better word, especially with these cards. The Hermit reverse, the Six of Swords reverse, the Judgment card reverse, the Eight of Swords. It feels like you're being haunted. So what is the advice for Pisces? That is a way better word, Brittany. That is a way better word than fudge. That would have been better than what I was able to say. What is the advice here for my Pisces bebes? Oops. Okay, we have Tranquility, the Violet card coming out. We have the number 43 on this card, some Pisces energy, and the air element. I love that for you. Sweets, you are just, honestly, trust yourself, know yourself. I know that that's overrated advice, especially in this community, but it applies to this situation. We look at that, literally, trust yourself, know yourself. The next card I have for you is literally trust. The number 21, it's also the Basil card in this deck, and we also have Scorpio and Fire Yeah, Spirit's like, trust yourself, know yourself. Look at that, know yourself. Trust and know with clarity. That is too funny. I definitely feel like the advice here is it is going to be tricky for you to get advice from other people. They don't know what you're going through. They haven't walked a day in your shoes. They may have opinions that are unhelpful and that could push you in a direction that again is unhelpful or even more confusing. So I think this is a case of you needing to trust what you are feeling and to validate that, but also give yourself reprieve in the sense of you don't deserve to wallow in that confusion. You don't deserve to stay there and to feel kind of stuck there. The answers that you seek are as simple as finding your sense of peace again and doing what you need to do to feel at peace with your present circumstances. I definitely feel like this is a case of don't push yourself to do anything that is out of your comfort zone. I see you not actually being called to do anything here because it is very much an internal thing anyway. Don't try to kind of do something to help reveal an obvious answer. I feel like in this situation with Scorpio, you're being called to trust the process more than anything and trust the road that you are currently on, even though it may feel dark in November, especially when it comes to your emotional kind of being and where you're headed to emotionally. Trust that it can get better. And I know that that's a lot to ask for, especially when you're in a dark place. But it feels like with clarity here, the answers you need are in front of you. They're just hidden temporarily. So it's about kind of slowly trucking along this path and staying open to the answers that you need. I would also encourage you with tranquility here to spend more helpful reflection kind of moments, like journaling about what you're thinking, writing it down to help you process it, to help you kind of purge that energy and to help you organize your thoughts, especially if you feel you can't talk to other people about it. Sometimes when I don't feel like writing, I even voice note myself and I'm just trying to vent and talk it out to myself because I don't want to burden somebody else with it. But it's still a helpful way for me personally to get that out and to organize some of my feelings and thoughts. So that could be helpful. I feel like the goal here with this theme is just trying to find your sense of peace to a point where you feel like you can trust your head again and you feel like you can trust your heart again. So that's what I'm seeing with that theme. It's a tricky one, sweet soul, and I don't think any one person can really give you the best information about that theme. It is very much about you and feeling validated in what you're feeling, making sure that other people aren't invalidating you by telling you, Pisces, you shouldn't be feeling that way. Like, it's been years. Or Pisces, you have every reason to be happy. Why are you sad? Like, it's really not about anyone else but you and you making sure that you're doing what you can to feel the way that you deserve to feel. So let's move forward. We'll have a look at your last theme here with this Three of Coins energy. Hi, Reese. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome. Aww. Let's have a look. What is going on with this Three of Coins energy for Pisces? I love that though. I do stand by this Three of Coins energy being about like a close circle and like a small group of people working together. And it feels like it's very supportive. It feels like we're really like complimenting each other and we're saying like, good work, good on you, like I'm proud of you. And it feels like we're getting things achieved as well. Sorry, Yoda is wiggling himself through the tripod right now. What do you got there? His little chew toy. He's getting so restless. It's really hot too for him. So what is going on with this Three of Coins energy? We have the Moon reversed with the King of Pentacles reversed. So I feel like that Moon energy is more you than Cancer. At least because this is your reading. Let's steal that Moon energy from Cancer. One more card, thank you. We also have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, interesting. The back of the deck is the Two of Pentacles reversed. So I do think that a lot of this theme has to do with finding ways to cope, finding ways to kind of get through things, to get through tasks, to manage things that have become unmanageable, and to feel accomplished. And it feels like the little things, like even as simple as, like, say you, like for me, for example, I'm going to use this as just an example, it's not going to be like that for all of you, but say you sprained your ankle and you're finding it hard to like stay on top of daily tasks. This is a case of you, I think, needing to be honest about what you're going through and asking for help, whether it is specifically about your emotional self or whether it is more about your day-to-day tasks and trying to feel like you're on coping and managing these things better. I see group work being very helpful, but I also feel like people have this idealized version of you in November, and they may think on the outside that you're doing very well. And I think that it may be a case of you needing to be a little bit more honest about what you're going through in order to actually get the help that you need. With the King of Pentacles reversed, I wonder if a lot of your goals and a lot of your objectives are feeling like they're really unachievable or really difficult to stay on top of, or you're having a hard time feeling like you're managing it well. I also want you to worry about things like putting other people's needs before your own, even in small situations where you're letting other people walk in front of you in a group, you know, like things like that, because it feels like a lot of this is connected to you undervaluing yourself and not seeing how capable you are, but also genuinely needing support as well, which is fine and it's completely normal. It's okay to need that. But I think with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, it just kind of overall is making this process feel a lot more difficult. And it's also making us feel like we can't get to where we want to be. We can't achieve the things we want to achieve. And it's making us feel like we're either falling behind in our work, or it's making us feel like what we originally wanted is out of our grasp, like we can't physically achieve it. So what else can you tell Pisces about this theme, Spirit, this Three of Pentacles? That's why I think it's going to be helpful to ask for help, because other people, and again, it's not like you're putting it out there. I mean, if it works, it works, but you don't have to put it out there on Craigslist or Gumtree if you're in Australia. It's just about asking the right people around you, if that makes sense, your closer circle, your family and your friends. The Three of Pentacles more so makes me think about like your siblings or your co-workers, those kinds of people, your peers in some way. So it makes me think of like your siblings and your co-workers. Is there anything else you can tell Pisces about this Three of Pentacles? We have the King of Pentacles again. This time he's upright. This time he's here. He's ready for action. He's like, you know what? I got this. I can take action. I can be a manager. I got this. We have the Tower card coming out as well. The Blasted Tower in this deck. Lord of the hosts of the mighty. That's interesting. The mighty have fallen. I feel like, listen, the Chariot, just one message coming in for you. You may look at people around you and be thinking that they're doing amazing. You know, you may be comparing yourself to siblings, to peers, to colleagues, and looking at them and going like, wow, they handled this so well. Like, why am I struggling so much? I feel like that's actually not true. I think that what you're going to realize when you choose to open up to other people and when you choose to communicate what you're going through, you're going to realize how much they have also been struggling. And you're going to realize like how much, or how helpful it is to kind of form this alliance and to agree to help each other out, because they're going to get as much out of it as you are. So that's why you're going to realize very quickly, like, I shouldn't feel guilty. They actually need my help as much as I need theirs. I definitely think that the way that this theme is manifesting in November, if you don't ask for help, you are eventually going to really struggle to finish something here, and you're going to fall behind, and you're going to have to either cancel an obligation or you're going to have to pull out of something that you said you would do. And that's where I think the prevention is key in asking for support and maybe even extensions on deadlines if you need to. I do think with the Blasted Tower being here, this is something that is kind of needed to be brought to your attention so that we can get back to basics and build the right structure, the right foundation around this issue to make sure that we're not getting back into this cycle again, because it feels like it is linked to letting, like, undervaluing ourselves and seeing ourselves as incapable of doing certain things, when actually I just think that you have a different way of doing it. You get to the outcome the same as anybody else, but maybe your path is a little bit different, you know? Like, maybe people are saying, like, just walk in a straight line, and your path looks more like a loop, but you get there anyway. I almost wonder if this is helping you find solutions that are like going to help you get there without needing to change who you are, if that makes sense. So that you can find ways to work within your specific style of working, or ticking things off. That's what it feels like, trying to find a solution to you and not seeing you as the problem, if that makes sense. Seeing the whole system as a problem. You're not the problem. The fact that they expected you to do this when you are you is the problem, you know? So at the back of the deck, we have the Page of Wands upright. I feel like that Page of Wands is saying this could honestly be a very exciting moment of change. It could be something that you end up becoming very passionate about, something that you end up feeling inspired about, and something that has you even wanting to kind of change things and move in new directions that are exciting. It could even have you feeling like, yes, I don't have a lot of experience, but I have a lot of passion and I want this to work out. So you helping someone else and asking for support is going to help you feel like you have purpose, because you are offering support as well, if that makes sense. It feels like a rotating circle of support over here. What is the closing advice for Pisces? This is so interesting. And that's why it feels like a lot of this might not be a huge deal for you. Like, you're just seeing it as, like, I say hello to that lady every morning because I walk past her. But to her, she's like, oh, I'm so grateful that that nice person says hello to me every morning. It makes my whole day. The fact that they take time out of their morning to say hello to me. Like, the impact you're having on others is pretty profound. And in general, those small transactions, those small interactions are very impactful. And I feel like that is where all of this is helping you see value in yourself, because I almost wonder if, as the month progresses, you're going to realize, like, how many people actually, or you're going to get the chance to hopefully realize how many people actually aren't doing as well as they think they are, or as you think they are, and how many people you actually help in a small yet significant way. What is the advice here for Pisces, though, with this Three of Pentacles? Because we don't want you to take on too much by being everybody's savior. We have the Ritual card reverse. Sweet Corn, Earth, Leo, and the number 10. We also have the Banana card here, Duality, the number 27, and Water. At the back of the deck is the Watermelon energy of fertility. So yeah, don't take on too much. Your advice is to focus on how this can be mutual, because I do think that you shouldn't be out here trying to be a vigilante. I feel like you got to just kind of look at this as, maybe we both need support, you know? Maybe there's something we can both get out of this. I can see you really working on trying to manage your emotions better and trying to manage your vulnerability better. I see that being very active in the month ahead, but I also see that you feel like you're not managing change well. You're not managing sudden change well, and you're not coping well. That's what you feel like. And in terms of how other people are seeing you, they're seeing you as someone who may have, oops, how dare that alarm interrupt us? I actually cleared that alarm, so that's weird that it came through. But I was trying to say, I feel like other people are seeing you as someone who has a lot to kind of help them. Like, I feel like you've got a comrade here who's like, yes, Pisces, you and me, we got this, you and I. We can literally, like, together get through this last semester, or we can get through this last, 2 months of 2022. This dog, it just makes me jump every time, because he always barks. He's always around me, so he always barks, like, right in front of me. But anyway, your advice down here with Banana and Sweet Corn has a lot to do with balance and embracing the fact that nobody is perfect, and the fact that Yoda, calming down. He's not going to listen. I think he's too excited. He's too excited. But anyway, this duality is that feeling of embracing that both sides of who you are and just trying to be a little bit easy on yourself here. Because I do think that duality with banana is more about how the situation has ebbs and flows. And sometimes we're in a low place while we're experiencing a lot of stuff at once. And that's where the pressure can really feel like, damn, why am I not good enough? But actually, it's a case of this situation is going to get better. It is temporary. And the way that you see yourself and the situation is also going to improve naturally, let alone with the help of other people. I feel like this banana card is really encouraging you to just kind of ride it out. For lack of a better word, you don't have to do the most. You don't have to kind of seek some profound advice from some foreign professor. You also don't have to see it as like, oh, this is just never going to work out. Just literally let it ride out like a wave and ride that wave to shore. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with taking it one step at a time with sweet corn reversed, just seeing it as one foot in front of the other. I do think with that sweet corn reversed, you do need to just be wary of how much you're taking on when you collaborate with other people. You don't want to open a can of worms and all of a sudden you're being somebody's personal therapist, Pisces. Oh, why does that always happen to Pisces? So please be careful of that. It should be mutual. It should be I help you, you help me. We're working towards this common goal type of energy. Otherwise, I can see it being very overbearing and you needing to have boundaries between you and your peers. With the watermelon card reversed, I do feel like all of this is encouraging you to just focus on yourself in a way where you're being reasonable with yourself. You're not beating yourself up. You're not putting heavy expectations on yourself, and you're not being too kind of heavy with how you see this. Just being patient with the situation as it evolves and doing what you can with that one step at a time approach. So that's really what I'm seeing for you, sweet soul. I think I'm going to have to keep it there for now. I hope that was helpful for you, Pisces. That's really what I'm seeing for the month of November. I really just want to take a quick second to send you so much love in the month ahead. I hope that it is a prosperous, abundant, successful, joyful month ahead. Look after your beautiful selves. Yoda, Look after your beautiful selves, and I shall connect with you very, very soon. Thank you so much for your time, your energy. I hope you are well and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.